I knew I shouldn't have married her
Yep.
as soon as I walked into the breakfast.
Yeah, wow.
When I walked into the breakfast,
Yep.
it's like someone clobbered me with a brick, and then I just said, what the hell have I just done?
Hang on, so this is the morning after the wedding?
No, the breakfast after the wedding. So you know how they call the first meal's always the breakfast.
Yeah. So literally you just got married.
Just got married, yeah.
And then you felt this brick hit you in the back there.
Yeah, going, what have I just done?
All right, so welcome back to another sesh or sauna sesh with Shea. And in the sauna today, we've got Bruce McDonald. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate, good.
Now, a bit of context, Bruce is a family friend. We've known each other for, probably a couple of years now. I think I was talking to you a couple of months ago and you were telling me that you've been diagnosed with ADHD.
Yep.
And you've been on a bit of a journey to, work that out. And I was very intrigued by that. And I know a lot of people probably listening are intrigued because I know a lot of my mates go, mate, you've definitely got ADHD. There's something going on with you. Mate, can you explain to us a little bit, because I'm super curious, because I know there's a lot of people out there that probably are on the fence thinking they probably have it, or there's people said they've had it. So what was the journey and the process for you, mate?
So I was never really done any good at school, always kind of lots of energy.
Yep.
But as I've got older, more hyperactive in the brain than hyperactive in my body.
Because that's a weird thing, because obviously the older you get, the body slows down a bit.
Yeah.
But the brain is still... I've heard it explained like it's like having a Ferrari engine right up top,
Yep.
but with rollerblade brakes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like controlling that absolute beast, because it can be an absolute superpower, can't it?
Oh, look, I am very quick with it.
Yep.
Sometimes it's like, and I heard a comedian say the other day, I can tell a joke, and then you throw the grenade and wait for 7 seconds before people will get it.
Yeah.
My brain is just on like that. I'm very quick,
okay.
and very mechanically minded.
Yep.
So very good with working out and mining what's going on with certain plant machines. Yeah,
so what kind of work do you do?
I've been mining for about 30 years now.
Yep.
Process operating for 4 years, 24 years roughly of machine operating. So the big dump trucks, diggers, dozers, graders. Okay.
And look, before we started filming, you were telling me that it was a friend or something on the construction site that actually said to you, mate, you need to go get yourself checked.
Yeah.
That'd be right?
Yeah. So, it was a friend that said to me that he had been diagnosed, and he says if he had been diagnosed, I would definitely needed to be diagnosed.
Right.
But in saying that, I had noticed over the time that when people talk to me, I would listen, and they would ask me a question, and I would listen to the question.
Yeah.
And then I would be searching for the answer. So while I'm searching for the answer, they continued talking. I would not hear anything they said.
Oh, so you're still searching for the first answer?
Yes.
And they've gone on to question number 4?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
And
okay.
I couldn't hear anything until I found the answer, and then I would hold on to that answer so I wouldn't forget it.
So a lot of people actually think you're rude in some regards, because it's like, well, hang on, are you actually listening?
Yeah.
But they don't. I'll probably get a lot from Sari.
Yeah.
Is that she thinks that I sometimes just phase out.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not listening. But in some ways, I am listening. But there's that acuteness that you're still trying to work out question number 1.
Exactly.
But do you find also on the opposite, you can ask 7 questions and be so far ahead of, you already know the question before it pops into your head.
Oh, definitely.
In some ways. So or you finish people's sentences.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Yeah. So
it's a big thing. ADHD tend to try and finish people's sentences.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah. So okay. So you had a chat to your mate, and then so you went and saw a doctor.
So I went and I had to source out my own ADHD psychiatrist. So for a child to be diagnosed with ADHD, a GP can diagnose a child. For an adult, you have to go to ADHD specialist psychiatrist.
Yep.
So I sourced out a psychiatrist, which is pretty tough to find.
Yep.
And there's lots of big waiting lists. And then, I went to the clinic, and we had one, seminar where we kind of talked, and I needed to get my school records.
Oh, right, yeah.
And of course, look, I'm 55, so school records for me.
So why do they want your school records?
They wanted to see how I performed in schools.
Okay, right.
But I couldn't.
So were you pretty poor at school?
I was hopeless at school.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hopeless at school.
They didn't find your trigger point though to turn you on, to switch the Ferrari on.
No.
Do you find that's
exactly
how school works?
It was more designed for the female brain back then.
Yep.
Because the girls really did, excel in the school.
Yep.
And look, I wasn't bad behaviour. I always had a joke because I would get embarrassed because I couldn't learn, so I would always cover that up with a joke.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay, that was the mechanism to deal with it. Yeah,
yep, that was my dealing with it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so they've asked for all this bloody past history.
Yep.
And then is it 5 sittings with a psychiatrist?
It was probably about 3, and she could see straight away.
Straight away,
yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't get my, I'm trying to think of the word for your school records, report cards.
Report cards, yeah.
I actually couldn't. I rang the school, the primary school in New Zealand. Mm-hmm. They couldn't find my records, and the high school as well couldn't find them. So,
but it didn't matter at this point because the psychiatrist was pretty much onto it. There's stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, she confirmed it, and I've had a second confirmation as well.
Can you talk us through what were the telltale signs? Like, what was she looking for? What did she pick up straight away?
She would be asking me questions, and I'd phase out.
Yeah, okay.
Just go blank for a bit.
Yep.
And I didn't know I was doing it. And then she noticed there was a big delay between questions because I'm looking for answers.
Right.
And,
okay. Yep. Do you find, I don't know, is there any Jason Bourne stuff going on where you can see the 7 exits in the room, you can see the threat in the room, you can see the butter knife over there, and you know what I mean? Like there's, can you see 7 or even listening to other conversations?
Yep.
Can you hear other people's conversations going on, like if you're at a bar or at a public area?
Yes, sometimes it can be really distracting with ADHD because you're trying to concentrate on one person.
Yep.
And any external noise
that comes in,
you can't filter it to that one person you're talking to.
Yeah.
So if I'm sitting doing an exam, which I had to do my high-risk work licenses, and they were 100% nothing incorrect, closed book.
Right.
At a certain time, so I'm deep in concentration, and vehicles would drive past on the mine site, past the building, and that would distract me.
Yeah, right.
So
okay.
Very, very easily distracted.
So focus is an issue?
Yeah.
Because I find our focus is just, it can be very, very tough. And I'm very aware of it too. But it's like, I don't know if you've got 27 windows or tabs open on your computer.
Yep.
If you find yourself, you can be scrolling.
Yep.
And that's, and you know it's bad.
Yeah.
You know it's a shit thing to do, but it's, you sort of getting all this information very quick.
Yep.
Can you remember any time, like in growing up, that it actually came out, but you used it to your advantage, and the superpower actually came to fruition?
I think I developed the ADHD as I got older. I feel got worse.
Yeah, right.
Because in conversations, I would always think back and go, wow, I wish I had said this, or I wish I had said that.
Yep.
Whereas now it's bang, it's instantaneously there, that quickness is there. So I always had the jokes
very
quick. Now the jokes aren't as as much because I don't remember too many jokes now. But, and the ones I do remember, sometimes people don't want to hear them.
I've heard a few of your jokes.
Oh, yeah.
They're not bad, Bruce. They're good. Yeah. You keep the... Well, this is the other conversation we were having is you consider yourself kind of an introvert, right? But in some ways, though, I've seen you very boisterous, lots of fun games going on. Is that, do you find that's something that's, is it a mechanism?
Probably a coping mechanism. I've always been the entertainer.
Yeah.
And I think that stems back from being bullied from one teacher at school.
Yeah, right.
And embarrassing me in front of my peers.
Yeah, okay.
So I used to try and joke because I used to go bright red as a kid. So my whole face would go bright red. So
right.
Yeah, but my wife would, if she was here at the moment, she would tell you when I'm at home, I'm very, very quiet.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah. As soon as a third person is introduced, I go into entertainment mode.
There you go. Yeah.
And then I can do that for a night, but then I'm knackered.
Exhausted.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So life for the party.
Yeah. So is there two Bruces?
There's
a couple of Bruces.
There could be two Bruces.
Yeah. So, but because I get it, like when I'm by myself, I'm actually quite happy.
Yeah.
But then when there's people around, I actually do, because I find myself quite extroverted. I feed off their energy, and I find people interesting.
Yeah.
I love talking to people, but I can also pick someone very quickly. Can you pick someone very quickly that is toxic or manipulative or deceptive?
I can nowadays.
Yeah. And I think that's also just from being on this planet for a while. You can
learning experience.
Yeah. Because it's it's an interesting thing. But you're on medication now?
I went on to one sort of medication. It was Concerta.
Yeah.
They started me on 18 milligrams. I actually thought it was a placebo.
Yep.
It done nothing.
Did nothing. Okay. Yeah.
Then they put me to 26 milligrams, then to 36 milligrams.
On the same stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And still nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I thought, I wonder if they give this to people.
Yep.
Just to see if it's a mind thing.
If something switches, clicks. Yeah.
Just to see if it is actual. But no, that never touched me. And I actually said to my wife, I think, I don't think it's. I think it's a placebo. It's I believed what they would give people to see if they thought they were cured.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So my wife says, well, I'll try one.
Yep.
So I gave her a very low one. I gave her an 18 milligram.
Yep.
Never again, she says. Never again.
So it messed with her head.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So ADHD you have a lot of things work differently with an ADHD brain. So with me, I can take a Red Bull or a Monster or a cup of coffee or a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I can take any of them and that'll put me to sleep.
Yeah, that's strange. Yeah.
So I can go, if I wake up during the night, not that I drink a lot of fizzy drink, I don't, I try not to, but I can have one mouthful of Coca-Cola and a piece of white chocolate, and that just knocks me out.
Yeah, okay. Because I think that's where I'm the opposite. I can't after midday. If I'm coffee especially, I'll be doing cartwheels at 3 a.m. So it's the opposite. It's funny how how kids with Ritalin, it sort of calms them. It's the opposite effect of what's going on. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. But if I take a cup of tea, black tea, that keeps me awake all night.
There you go.
I cannot get to sleep.
Yeah, okay. So that's why the Rooibos. You love
exactly, the Rooibos. Yes.
Yeah, I was your man from my heart, mate. That the South African tea. Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
I was introduced to that on a safari when I was over there probably 10 years ago. Yeah. And to me, it's really tasty. I love it.
Yeah.
But no caffeine, and it's just easy to drink. And it's always nice with, we had a little piece of honeycomb or something this afternoon. Yeah. It's just nice. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, mate. So then did you try something else?
So then I went on to Vyvanse and started on 60 milligrams, and it worked. It really worked. So what's going on in your brain when you take that? I'm more focused.
Right, okay.
Chilled out,
Yep.
more relaxed.
Okay.
Can still be the comedian when I need to be. And I've been moved out of the processing side of things, more into a managerial role.
Gotcha.
With training and assessing and phasing into safety as well.
So do you, like being on this, do you welcome it? Do you feel it improves your life?
Definitely does.
Yeah, okay.
And because I'm on a roster system, you don't have to take it when you don't need to take it.
Gotcha.
So I don't take it when I'm at home. I don't need to take it.
Yep.
When I'm at work, I take it, and that's just to assist me. So it's takes about half an hour to an hour to work.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't
and
feel
you
I
just
need
feel then fully focused on whatever the task is you got to complete at work.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, wow, that's interesting.
So I'm not depending on them all the time.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Now, we've got our shirts off in the sauna, of course, because it's getting bloody hot in here. And
I didn't mind my shirt.
I'm not that I'm checking things out, mate, but it doesn't look like you just sit in bed 24/7. It looks like you get yourself to the gym.
Oh, I try to, yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that helps as well? Exercise?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And look, I was at the gym in my early and late teens and early 20s.
Yep.
And then I hadn't been to the gym until I actually started to take Vyvanse.
Right.
And that kind of helped me, it kind of set my whole day or my week up.
Yeah.
And it pushed me, it gave me motivation to start going to the gym.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, mate. Because to me, it's sometimes so acute or so subtle
Yep.
as to why you don't want to do something, and you can't quite put your finger on it. And so, like, I don't know, people can have Panadol and not feel like doing something for the day. I don't know, like there's each their own on that one, but it's this obviously is something that works for you.
Yeah.
And it's something that, like if you can get that focus and you can get that motivation, then it's probably worth doing. I think on the flip side of that, though, there are people that, and this is, and I'm sure you're aware of this, that they get diagnosed that they've got it, and then it becomes either an excuse or it becomes it turns them to go, okay, I've got this now, so I can't do this.
Yep.
Do you find that, or did you have to wrestle with that at any stage?
I've never wrestled with it. I was always a bit scared to just go towards that side of it. But in saying that, when I left school, I worked on a dairy farm, worked in a timber yard, and my part-time job, so I had a full-time job working 5.5 days a week. Yep. And I worked 2 nights on, 2 nights off. So I was actually doing two jobs as a security guard.
Yeah, right.
Then I went on to the armoured vehicles and ended up managing that firm. But as my brain...
Hang on, so armoured vehicles like going to a bank and collecting the money?
Yeah, So we would go to the banks, collect money. We would also service the ATMs at night time or in the weekends when the banking staff weren't around, if they got bent notes or cards stuck in the machine. So,
are you on edge in a job like that when you jump out of the car, or out of the armoured vehicle?
Not really.
No. Okay.
I worked with the police very close because I was from a smallish town in New Zealand, so I worked very close with the police, and they actually were pushing to get me on the police force, that I worked with. But I ended up coming to Australia. So but I've had let's put it this way, I was in the armoured vehicle one day, and I didn't have much on. And I had these guys in balaclavas chasing with no windscreen in the car chasing us. So I just casually picked up, back then, the old brick telephone, mobile phone, and just rang the station, the police station, and I says, I'm about 1 kilometre south of your station. So I just casually drove in. They kept on, they raced past, and the cops pulled out of the station and chased them around.
And got them.
Yeah, and got them. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so...
So do you find that you're very calm under very stressful situations?
Yeah, look, I am. In New Zealand, we had to do noise control.
Yeah, okay.
So any noisy parties, the police really don't have any authority. It's through the council.
Yeah,
and we were contracted from the through the council to issue abatement notices to the noisy parties. Look, I was 25, 26, 27. I always talk to people the way I want to be talked to. So I would just rock up. And,
I've got the same rule, mate.
Yeah.
Same rule.
Yep. I can rock up and talk to them like a human being, and I never, ever had a problem.
Yeah.
The only one I did have, they were druggies, and they have a 48-hour period where they have to abide by that abatement notice.
Yep.
They broke that within the 48-hour period, so I rocked up there, and they were all out like a light.
Off their chops?
Yeah. So I just left the receipt and took their stereo. And they knew where to get it. They had to go to the council and get it.
Right. So do you like putting yourself in situations where, it's either high pressure, high stress?
I think everyone needs a little bit of stress, but not too much to survive and to push themselves. So, I did manage that, but I was a lot younger then. Yeah, and I learnt more in 2 years leaving school than what I did all the time at school.
Yes,
so because I was hands-on, and at school you're not allowed to be hands-on. You've got to sit and stay.
Oh, mate, it's in like the power, like to be with one person for 1 year of your life, and they dictate, like your love for either learning.
Yep.
It's such an important job to do. Because I remember, like, my science teacher, all we did was like write from the OHT. So we just word for word wrote down, and I just remember going, this is shit, and I kind of hated science for like a couple of years after that because it was a year of like you'd go let a rocket off like once every 6 months, and you're like, this is the best day in the world because we're doing something, but not just dictating word for word what he writes in the OHT.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and like, I think that the importance of those sort of, there's no one size fits all when it comes to school.
No.
So it's. I don't think the same deal. School doesn't work for me either. No. So it's one of those things. But mate, it's so you grew up in what, Oamaru?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. How was that growing up?
Look, it was good. Lived on a farm, so worked right from about the age of 6, 7 years old. Just like little jobs like lifting. We had a poultry farm, so in the weekends, Mum and Dad we had rows. I don't think the caged hens are really tolerated too much these days, but they were all caged back then, and they had 3 layers.
It's just how it was back then, wasn't it?
Yeah. So young fellas, we had to every morning in the weekends lift the eggs up, put them on the middle row, so Mum and Dad could get, not have to bend over. And then when we got older, we would do the bottom to the top and the top to the middle, bottom to the middle, and then top to the middle. Shovel pig pens, shift sheep, jump into grain silos, all from a young age.
So you were hands-on always?
Oh, yeah.
How's your omelette making skills, mate?
My omelette making skills, honestly, from last weekend, have I done the Gordon Ramsay omelette.
There you go.
And my wife was over the moon. She had never tasted an omelette like it.
What do you put in your omelette?
So we always put cream in it. So I don't think Gordon Ramsay actually puts cream, but I still put cream in it. So I put about 5 or 6 eggs and probably 2 tablespoons of cream, and I whip it up. Really whip it up.
Nice and fluffy.
Nice and fluffy. And then I heat the pan to about medium heat, and use butter. Butter's the thing. Don't put the salt in or anything until it's just on cooked. And then with the pot, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And I gave her omelettes, and she says she'd never tasted omelettes like it.
There you go.
Just as it's cooked, you know, just before, probably about 3/4 of the way through, while it's still a bit runny, turn it off.
Yeah, right.
And just keep it like that, and then you can put your pepper and your salt on.
I've heard that. Don't season too early.
Yes,
with the omelettes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like we're going to come around to your place and try an omelette, mate.
Come around, definitely. Oh yeah, yep, and lots of other things I can do.
So, mate, from Oamaru, when did you ship over to Australia?
1994.
1994. And did you go to WA?
I did. I went straight to Kalgoorlie. So
yeah, right. Okay.
Cold place like Oamaru.
Yep. Yeah.
To Kalgoorlie. Ooh, what
you know what? I feel like more bloody Kiwis have seen more of Australia than I have. I haven't been over to WA. I need to go do that.
Yeah, I've done 14 years over there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so when did you move then to the East Coast?
I moved around about 2007 to Sunshine Coast.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is where I'll retire.
Mate, well, I live up here too,
Yep.
and I can attest to it's a lifestyle up here, isn't it? There's something beautiful about it. You're near the beach.
Yep.
There is I feel like we should be wearing like floral shirts every day, just wearing lays and aloha, and you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So and the I don't know about you, mate, but the beach to me is a magical place. Do you love going to the beach?
I love the beach.
Yeah.
Love scuba diving. Love snorkeling.
Yep.
My wife has taken up a bit of snorkeling with me. She'd never snorkeled before, and she took to it like a duck on water.
There you go.
Yeah, a very small duck on water.
Now, mate, we always get, obviously, because we're in the sauna, we're all just wearing towels for the people that are listening at home, but you've got a tattoo of your wife on your right arm.
Yes.
Can you talk us through that, mate? What's going on there? How long have you had that for?
I've had it for about 2 years now.
Yep. What was the impetus to get it done?
Always wanted a tattoo.
Yeah.
And I always said...
So is this the only one you've got?
This is... no.
You've got a couple?
No. That's the only one I got.
That's it. Because everyone that's been in, mate, because I'm always intrigued to know the story behind the tattoo as well.
Yeah,
because, like, to get something that bloody permanent, there's got to be a good story behind it.
Yeah.
But I'm a clean skin. I've got nothing. Nothing going on. I wish I had a bloody dolphin on my ankle or some shit, you know?
Exactly.
I've got nothing.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is my ex-wife...
Japanese symbol, or something.
My ex-wife had a dolphin jumping over her belly button.
Right.
And then they coloured her belly button as the moon.
Yeah.
And in the water was my name.
And how many hours of work is that, mate?
That's 5 hours.
5 hours,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And does Felly love seeing herself?
Well, yeah, she... my wife is very humble.
Yeah.
So she... we've never had an argument since we've been together 2010.
There you go, mate.
Never had an argument. We get on good. We're best of mates.
Yeah.
We always laugh.
Yeah.
She's become quite the character. And that, so...
Do you think that's the key to a fabulous relationship?
Well, I think it's different for everyone. My parents... I was in a very jealous relationship with my ex.
Yep.
She...
What, didn't trust each other?
Oh, no, she just hated other women.
Okay,
yeah. So she played around on her first husband.
Yeah.
And she had 3 kids to him. The youngest...
So she sabotaged a relationship.
Yeah, I think that was just in her.
Yep.
And then she done the same to me.
Yep.
And we separated. I was away for about 3 months. I lived at her brother's place, actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then I ended up... she tracked me, got me to go back. So I went back for about a year, and then I just... This is
again, well, we were talking beforehand about people that add value and fill your buckets up, as opposed to people that subtract and sap all your energy.
Yeah.
Was that kind of what was going on in that relationship?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. You felt drained?
I did all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew I shouldn't have married her as soon as I walked into the breakfast.
Yeah, wow.
When I walked into the breakfast,
Yep.
It's like someone clobbered me with a brick, and then I just said, what the hell have I just done?
Hang on, so this is the morning after the wedding?
No, the breakfast after the wedding. So you know how they call the first meal's always the breakfast.
Yeah. So literally you just got married.
Just got married, yeah.
And then you felt this brick hit you in the back there.
Yeah, going, what have I just done?
Wow.
Yeah.
And
she
that's interesting.
Even her oldest son, which, he'd be about 33 now, I suppose.
Yep.
He still keeps in touch with me.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't keep in touch with his mother.
Oh, okay.
So he still keeps in touch with me. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
I myself never had kids.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, mate, I see the way that you and Felly talk and get on, and I think anyone would be jealous of that sort of relationship that you got, because it's playful. You speak shit to each other. You're a pair of dickheads around each other, and you just make each other's life so much better and fuller for the experience. Yeah, it's almost freaking sickening to watch, mate.
But so after what, 13 years of being together, we still hold hands, we still cuddle up and watch a movie. And, And then the funny thing, getting back to the tattoo, was that she looked at the tattoo when we had our coffee. I've got a reclining king bed. I was sitting there having my coffee, and she's always on my right-hand side. Yeah. And she looks at the tattoo, and then she looks at me. And I'm looking out the window, and I can see out of my peripheral vision, she's looking at the tattoo and then looking at me, and I just turned to her and go, "What?" And she goes, "That slut." What do you mean, that's you? She says, "No, that's way too beautiful to be me."
Oh, mate. Well, it's a good, because the tattoo is always, you've got, like, you don't have to have a story behind it. Sometimes you're bloody drunk, you've had 12 beers and you're in Thailand, and it's like, okay, dirty needle, away we go.
Yep.
But, mate, that's an awesome story behind Felly. And there is, when I see people, it's this lightning connection, and you've got a great connection with Felly, and I think, most people would give their right arm to have what you and Felly have got. So, but it was patience as well. Like, obviously, you've been through 2 marriages to get to that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, in some ways, you knew what you didn't want.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring the baggage with me.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Doesn't matter what's happened in the past life with your past relationships.
Yep.
You should always start a new relationship fresh.
Yeah.
And give that person the benefit of not having to deal with my crap.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You don't want to land in Bali, mate, and have extra baggage.
Exactly.
It's the worst way to travel, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, mate, look, I think we're kicking up a bit of we're getting up to let's say 50 degrees at the moment. And how's the sweat going on, mate? Are you getting a bit of sweat on?
Yeah, well, just under my left pec.
Do you feel the beanie's working?
Well, it's a bit sweaty down there too. Beanbags blowing up.
Well, mate, I've got to thank you so much for coming and telling your story and giving us a bit of insight into Bruce's world. Yeah. Mate, we've got spaghetti bolognese waiting on the table.
Oh, awesome. And thank you for the invite.
Thank you so much, mate, for coming on. And if you want to do we're going to do, to end the ceremony, we're just going to do another ladle of water. Mate, thank you so much. Guys, don't forget to like and share, and check out more episodes of Sauna Sessions with Shea. And here we go. Thanks, Bruce.
Beautiful.
Let's go get some bolognese into us.
Excellent. I'll do that. Awesome.
That's awesome, mate. Thank you so much.
No
that was
worries.
great.
Thank you.